last 3 decades, Al Tinney was as familiar to the Buffalo jazz scene as Louis Armstrong was to the world of jazz.
He was the Louis Armstrong of Buffalo. You know, this cat is bad. And when I say bad, I don't mean like this. I mean top shelf.
That was the beginning of my life, was this day here.
And like Armstrong, Al Tinney was an innovator and a creator.
I think safely we can say that Al Tinney was one of the founding fathers of modern jazz music.
He worked with George Gershwin when he was only 14 years old. And even appeared on stage in the original 1935 Broadway production of Porgy and Bess. Al's role was to lead a children's band on stage.
I had just come out of the Gershwin thing, and I brought a lot of the inner voice changes, you know, with me, and not knowing that it was going to set a precedent, you know, of bebop.
When he turned 19, Al became a band leader in a Harlem club called Monroe's Uptown House, with an up-and-coming saxophonist by the name of Charlie Parker, joining the ranks under Al. This is when modern jazz, or bebop, began to find its voice. The great drummer Max Roach greatly admired Al Tinney.
He would put fire on that stage when we had that little band down there with Victor Coulson and Charlie Parker and the rest of us.
Al Tinney made only one recording in those earlier days in 1957 with a group called the Jive Bombers. He rejected the sometimes decadent lifestyle that permeated the jazz scene in New York City and moved to Buffalo in 1968 to start a family after marrying Buffalo native Lily Williams. And though he was ready to give up jazz, he soon became a major player on the Buffalo music scene. Big band leader Carol McLaughlin, seen here playing at the Colored Musicians Club with Al, says people would simply marvel at the way he tickled the keyboard.
And while we were playing, I noticed this one patron sliding over to the piano. He was dancing, but he kept dancing up close to the piano. And finally, he looked at Al and said, "My God, you have happy fingers," because he wasn't listening to the music anymore, just watching Al's fingers work out on the piano and say, "My God, you have happy fingers."
Al Tinney passed away on December 11, 2002. He is remembered not only for his incredible contributions to jazz, but also as a teacher and a mentor to younger musicians, and a friend to many people. 4 days after his death, Peggy Farrell, who became his companion and vocalist after Al lost his wife Lily, sang a tribute to Al Tinney at the Colored Musicians Club.
Thank you. I love you, Al. God bless you.
He was totally tolerant of everyone and everybody, and he was extremely kind and generous. He would share all his knowledge with his fellow musicians and young musicians.
Mr. Cat, I mean, I'm telling you like this, he was just a great cat. He was a good friend to you. And as far as his music is concerned, any question you ask me, he had it for you.
What was he able to teach you?
Everything. Just how to be a jazz player, how to be a big band conductor, everything.
What he brought to the piano, magic.
Gershwin was a major influence on Al Tinney, and those distinctive blue notes found their way into the bebop style of jazz that Tinney helped create. And for 3 decades, Buffalo was blessed with a true giant of jazz who never craved fame, just an opportunity to play the music he loved, and pass on a few pointers to younger musicians lucky enough to have crossed his path.
I like that too.